Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications so you don't miss any crazy fun entertainment. Today we are going to be talking about O.J. Simpson. Not just O.J. Simpson, but mainly CNN. If you guys don't know, ever since Obama came to office, racism got worse in America. Obama promoted racism. And he still, to this day, promotes racism and hates white people. But also, CNN and the left-wing media are obsessed with diversity, obsessed with hating on white people. They think it's okay to hate on one particular race, but also say at the same time that no other race can be racist, so you're allowed to hate on white people. So there are two videos going around that CNN talked about O.J. Simpson and how they think it's okay that he murdered two people, but it's okay that he murdered them because they were white. That right there, my friends, is straight up racism. It's sad, it's crazy, but it's nothing shocking because the media are the enemies. The media, if you guys don't pay attention, are trying to divide us and go back in time. So I want to show you guys these clips and then let's get back into talking about it.
Impacted by this trial, Jake. So many things happened. We saw policing changing here in the city. And it's also worth noting, because of that unrest, that racial unrest in the 90s, that is why so many people who may not have been invested in O.J. Simpson were just happy to see that someone who was rich and famous and black could get away with what other people did in the system as well.
The black KKK on full display. This is racism at its peak. She is saying what 90% of the black KKK think and feel, which is why I dedicate calling them all out and blowing the horn on their racism. Play the clip.
But it was so racially charged because of what had happened just before with Rodney King, but also just how Black Americans feel about policing. It's not like O.J. Simpson was the leader of the civil rights movement of his era. You know, he wasn't a social justice leader, but he represented something for the black community in that moment, in that trial, particularly because there were two white people who had been killed, and the history around how black people have been persecuted during slavery. There were just so many layers. And I guess I would just close with this, is that there was racial tension then, there is racial tension now. It might not be the backdrop of the Trump campaign, but until this country is ready to actually have an honest conversation about the racial dynamics from our origin story till today, we will always have moments like O.J. Simpson that manifest, and our country will always be divided if we don't actually deal with the issue of race.
There is just far too many people that just will not allow us to move beyond race because they're in fear that they will lose all credibility and perceived power without race and finally be judged based off their ability. And the only reason race is still an issue today is because it is a viable tool used by the left against the right. If the Democrats just would stop promoting it, it would go away. If the Democrats just would stop promoting it, it would go away.
You know, I'm really sick and tired of how a certain party always brings up racism to divide us. They always do that, and it's so bloody annoying. But then that lady also has to bring up Trump into it, and it's like this certain group of people are also obsessed with Trump. They literally love Donald Trump and cannot keep his name out of their mouth. If you don't like someone, why are you constantly talking about them? Like, what does Donald Trump have to do with O.J. Simpson and his death. Point blank period. Another thing I want to point out. Did you guys notice how that lady in the first clip had to pull the race card because she really fast because she almost forgot to use the word black? She almost freaked out. She was like, black.
Rich and famous and black. Rich and famous and black.
I just find it very sickening and disgusting how people can't move on with their lives, can't have a decent conversation without talking about racism. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below.